Okay, hello and welcome to Research Circle. I hope I am loud and audible to all. I welcome all the participants who have joined us through Research Circle app and via YouTube Live as well. And here is our today's speaker. So I welcome with the bottom of my heart for today's session, which is titled as a stage management in effective public speaking. And for this, we have with us today's expert, Mr. Catalino N. Mendoza. He's a DMS, PhD, FRIE, and Doctor, LPT, TESOL, and PQA. He's an VP, AGP, Elevator, Professor Graduate Studies, Bileng University, IB Bileng Polytechnic College, IEAS City College of Angeles. He has been in an academic for last 25 years and in the industry for 18 long years and still counting. He is a graduate of Doctor of Management Science, Doctor of Philosophy in Human Resource Management, Master in Management, Bachelor of Science in Business Administrator, Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering. He is now working as a professor of graduate studies at Bileng University and serves as a member of Research Ethics Boards Philippines. So without wasting further time, I would like to invite Mr. Catalino and sir. Please have a great greetings. You can start, sir.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good morning to some parts of the world and good evening. So I'll be talking about the stage management, effective public speaking. And I would like to say welcome to this particular lecture. And I hope that you will be learning something today for your future endeavors. Again, good afternoon. Namaste. So I'll be talking about the stage management and effective public speaking. So what most probably you're thinking or your idea, what do we expect from this particular lecture on stage management and effective public speaking? So I'll be delivering two parts. The first one is the public speaking. So we talk about how a person deliver a particular message to a selected audience. Okay, so what most probably the objectives of today's presentation? First, comprehend what a public speaking is all about. This is a very usual on the part of the teachers, professors, instructors, lecturers, and also, of course, those people who are already in the position in the public sector. Also, of course, critically analyze what brought anxiety to human, since one among the anxiety that a human experience is to talk, to speak before the audience. And I'm also experienced that before. So that is why I can deliver something based on my experience. Logically delineate the actions to take in conquering anxiety in public speaking. So what most probably the steps to be followed to be able to eliminate some anxieties or fear in public speaking. Okay, so let's talk about a quotation of mine. Let's think about this. Emitting the reflections of positivism from within creates a new beginning. Why do I need to include this quotation of mine that was written in 1991? Emitting the reflections of positivism from within creates a new beginning. It is one way to eliminate something, some fear, some anxieties, or even saving your face in front of the audience. So this is the right platform for us to at least learn something, to be able to deliver something, or to be able to share information to other people. And through stage management, through public speaking, you can share something to other people. Let's say ideas. Also, of course, steps or technique to be able to deliver the message to other people without anything, without shaking your hands, your feet, and even your bodies. So that is why emitting the reflections of positivism from within creates a new beginning. And this is the right time for us to begin. Okay, what to expect? Commonly feared of human. The first one is death. The second one is ghost. The third one, snake. And the fourth one is public speaking. So as you can see there, a cone shape really identify the stage wherein human fear of something. Like death. Everybody's feared with death. 90% of us are afraid of ghosts. 50% of us are afraid of snake. And also, of course, public speaking. Mostly 99.9% are basically afraid or experience not to deliver something. Specifically, if you are not familiar with what you are doing, if you are not used to it, if this is your first time to speak before an audience, sometimes you will be getting wet of you experience perspiration when you are delivering something. Okay, so to eliminate those, we should know first what the public speaking is all about. So public speaking is the art of delivering a well-crafted, from the word itself, well-crafted message to a distinguished and defined audience. It was written in 1998 when I first invited in the international fora to talk about engineering, to talk about chemical composition. I feel so nervous because that was my first time to speak before an international audience. I'm trying my best. I researched a lot. I searched a lot of information. I asked people who are knowledgeable about the subject matter, then composed. So that is why it is the art, meaning you are supposed to use your skills, the way you deliver, your projection, the words that you will be given, and also, of course, your projection. So that is why I define public speaking as the art of delivering a well-crafted, from the beginning, from the structure, from the introduction to the conclusion of your speech, the message to a distinguished and defined audience, because not all audience would definitely be benefited from what message you would like to convey there. But it depends on a certain group of people, like teachers. We can identify the teachers. We can group and regroup the teachers. In general, public speaking is applicable to all teachers. Preschool, basic education, tertiary education, sorry, and also, of course, to those who are considered professionals. Well-crafted means you have already put the main idea into the message that you will be delivering. Well-crafted in the sense that everything should be covered. What should be the top part? Should it be environment, public health, education in general, innovation, research and development, etc. So you have to focus on the subject matter that you will be delivering. Okay, so the elements of public or effective public speaking are the following. This is based on my experience. That is why I've crafted this idea. So the CNN model of effective public speaking, the 3H in 1998. As you can see, you have the head, you have the heart, and you have the skills. And they are interrelated to one another. Take note of that. Your head to heart, your heart to hand, your hand to head. And also, of course, they are functioning interrelatedly. So that is why I crafted this model to be able to identify what should be the characteristics that a public speaker should possess. The first one is on the head, our mind. It has something to do with what? Mind conditioning. Second, invest in reading. Third, nurturing with appropriate information, because not all informations are helpful. And the last one is diluting ideas. What does it mean by mind conditioning? You have to have your focus. What should be included in your speech, in your manuscript to deliver? So it is through reading. That is why invest in reading, because through reading, you can get some ideas from those writings, from those information coming from other people. And also, of course, nurturing the appropriate with appropriate information. So you are supposed to verify, validate, or invalidate what you have read to those people who are capable of sharing something for the improvement of your idea. The next one is that is the right time. When you have invalidated or validated the information, you are supposed to dilute the idea. So that is why I include diluting ideas. You are supposed to eliminate those ideas that are not part of your focus. Or you have to integrate the ideas that will definitely enhance your information. The second one is heart, that focus on emotion. So emotion means expect less. You do not have to expect something from the audience. And you should not underestimate your audience, because most probably some of the audience are more eloquent than you. So expect less. Second, memorize not. So you should not memorize the things that you have written. Those manuscripts are just there to guide you. It is just your information, the information that will be used to be able to deliver it perfectly. The next one, optimizing potential. What does it mean by optimizing potential? So talk to other people and let people criticize or analyze or evaluate your performance. Or you must probably look at the mirror. Talk to yourself to the mirror. Potential means you are supposed to be innovative. You are supposed to be a researcher. It is because exerting a bit of your effort will lead you to a perfect delivery. The next one is toddling spirit. When we talk of toddling spirit, walk with projection. You are supposed to be the greatest person in the place. So that is why you should project like you know everything. And most probably you should, because you are there to share something for other people to learn, to be learned from you. And the other one is I means inflicting ideas. What does it mean by inflicting ideas? You are supposed to touch the heart of other people. You are supposed to create some avenue for the people to what? Increase their attention. Focus, to remain focused on what you are delivering. The next one is omnipotently project. What does it mean by that? you are supposed to be more powerful. And you can catch the attentions of the people, the audience. If not, you should be optimizing still your potential. And the last one under emotion is the nimbling, the delivery. What does it mean by nibbling delivery? You should be lively in relation to omnipotently project. It means that you should be creative. You should be lively. You don't have to sit or just stand in front of the audience or before the audience and do nothing at all. You should sway your hands to emphasize words, to emphasize ideas. You should always raise your voice if you really want to what? Emphasize the things you want to share. And that is exactly what we meant by emotion. And the third one, as part of the effective public speaking, hand. It has something to do with the skills. So the hands mean strike and focus. Do not go around the bush. Get or say what you really want to say. The exact word plus its meaning and its implication. The second one is kick out the unnecessary. Take note of this, the word of these things. Kick out the unnecessary. Most probably, your audience will analyze things. And sometimes you are including unnecessary information or ideas that will not helpful for other people to learn. The next one is include only the essentials. When you are kicking out the unnecessary, you should pick the pieces that would definitely make your statement whole. And also, of course, the idea should be there, intact. And the next one is level up the energy as part of the nimbling idea or the toddling spirit. Level up your energy by way of what? Use the up and down of tone, the ups and the downs of the tone. You should not be monotone in delivering the message. And also, of course, your gesture enhances or increases your energy. And the next one is leach the information. What does it mean, leach the information? You have to stretch it out. So if it is a more on specific, add another specific to make it a whole or to make it general. And that is what we are supposed to do after we have delivered the specifics. We are supposed to create some conclusion and then you wrap up information. And that exactly the public speaking. The hands, the head, the heart. And also, of course, you are supposed to be supported with example. So to be able to make this statement clear to your audience. So that completes the word skills referring to our hands. Take note, again, we have effective public speaking, acquisitions of knowledge, acquisitions of skills through what? Head, heart, and the hand. So the 3H, remember, the 3H in effective public speaking, referring to mind, your heart, emotion, and your hands, referring to skills. So how to combat the public speaking? Because that is one among the fear of those people, of all of us, including me, I have experienced fearing with public speaking. Before I became a public speaker, I have also experienced shaking my hands, shaking my feet, shaking my body, and also, of course, running my mouth. That most of the times you cannot even understand the word or words or even the sentence. It is because of the fear. First, I have developed the mirror model to combat the public speaking. What does it mean by mirror? It is a mind setting. And I can still recall one of my professor in college that before you speak before the audience, you have to face the mirror, talk to yourself, and compose. That's exactly what we meant by mind setting. I can do this. Eliminating the words T, the letter T from I can't. Mind setting is pushing yourself to perform. Mind setting means positive thinking should be established. So it means I can. The second one from the word mirror, intellectual capacitating. So what does it mean by intellectual capacitating? According to or based on the head or what we call the mind. Intellectual capacitating is generating ideas from reading, from talking to other people, converse with those who are expert in the field, etc., to get some bits and pieces of your idea and putting them together, eliminate some. If those are not useful or it will not enhance your construction, your sentences, or even the idea per se. And the next one is research the topic to prepare in relation to intellectual capacitating. Research. And that is the best thing to do, to be able to make your speech more appealable. The next one is read intensively. You have to read. It is not just talking to other people. Talking to other people once that you have already read a lot of information. As what I've said, it is a way to validate invalidate information. And also, of course, according to my model, diluting the ideas. And the O from the mirror, organizing the thoughts. So where to start, what to start, and when to start. Those are the three questions that you need to satisfy. And that is a process of organizing your thoughts. Should I start with a quotation? Should I start with a scenario? Should I start with the characteristics of my audience? It depends on how you will attack the process of preparing your idea. And the last one is reducing the information. When you are preparing or when you are organizing your thoughts, you are supposed to write everything that comes into your mind. And that's why you can identify after you have written everything. You have to read it again. You have to eliminate some information, etc. So I am prepared for a 1 hour talk. Is it possible to prepare to deliver the 5 pages page in just 1 hour? It's up to you. It depends on how your phrasing will be. And that exactly the process of combating the public speaking. you are supposed to be prepared once that you have set all these things, what you have already complied with this information. So that will be the first part of my presentation today. And the second presentation will be talked about the stage management in an effective public speaking. Again, I always start with the objectives. So the objectives for this particular part 2 of my speech comprehend the importance of preparation. Again, in relation to public speaking, you have to have your preparation. Number 2, logically delineates the actions to take in preparing the speech. So what should be the different steps, the logical sequencing to be taken? And number 3, critically analyze the concept of stage management. So I have designed my stage management as characteristics of those public speakers. To those who will be becoming public speakers, most probably this will be helpful to you. So let's tingle this. Fears once conquered will be gone forever. And that is true. That is true. But you should not eliminate your fears 100%. Why? The question is why? It is because once that you are already complacent, there is no advancement at all. Meaning you have gone attaining the 100% confidence. So therefore, you will never feel the excitement in the delivery of your message. Take note of that. Sometimes you are, oh my goodness, this is the audience. It is the complete audience. Oh my God, it's so huge. So that abate would probably tingle your spirit to be able to what? Draw energy. So again, fears once conquered will be gone forever. And that was written in 1998. Okay, again, for the public speaking, the art of delivering a well-crafted message to a distinguished and defined audience. And it was written in 1990, again, well-crafted. So before you establish your stage management, you are supposed to be prepared with everything. The information, the manuscript, the thought, the introduction, the movements, the gesture, the tone of the public speaking, and also, of course, your speech and your voice are very important. Okay, so what is stage management? So stage management is a process of preparing to conquer fears from beginning to the end of the speech, with the appropriateness of self-motivation and projection. Again, take note of this. The process, meaning you are supposed to what? Develop something out of what you have had. Preparing to conquer fears from beginning to the end of speech. Take note from the introduction to the body to the conclusion, and take away information. With the appropriateness of self-motivation and projection. So that is why, as what I've said from my own quotation, fears once conquered, be gone forever. But do not eliminate even 1% of your fears. What? To be able to push you abate to a certain extent. And that is part of the self-motivation and projection. And it was written in 2015. So stage management also considered as the art of delivering the message with conviction and eloquence in the presence of the audience. Again, from the word itself, with conviction. energy is there. The toddling, the nimbling is there. And also, of course, omnipotently spirits are already there. The eloquence is the way you deliver the message. Eloquence in the sense that you know all the definitions of the words that you have used. And once that your audience asks you, you can easily answer the question. And that is again written in 2015. I would like to repeat the stage management. It is also considered as the art of delivering the message with conviction and eloquence in the presence of the audience. Okay, so these are the characteristics that public speakers should know. Stage. It is based on my model in 2015. Stage means what? First, stage referring to sanguine, thwarted not, articulate, glamorous, and ebullient. So these stages are referring to the characteristics of the public speakers that we should know to be able to be equipped with the appropriateness of everything. The way you deliver from the content of your manuscript to the gesture, the appropriateness of the area that you will be using, and also, of course, the utilizations of the appropriate time. Let's talk about sanguine. So the characteristics of a person that is very necessary to a public speaker, which is so active and very social, who always with people to discuss things and never been satisfied unless done with everything. And that is being optimistic. And that is being positive in everything a public speaker should do. Again, I would like to reiterate, sanguine means positive and optimistic. The next one is more unthwarted not. What does it mean by thwarted not? The attitude of a person to continuously doing what he loves to do, which cannot be controlled by anyone with anything for something, meaning it should be continuous. What does it mean by continuous? That you are supposed to satisfy what you want for yourself. And as a public speaker should also continuously doing researches, and also, of course, innovativeness should be present to be able to, whenever he project before the audience will learn something new. So meaning you are supposed to be enjoying yourself. You are supposed to be satisfied with what you are doing, what you are continuously doing, sharing information to other people, the learning, imparting the information for the people to be aware of something, etc. That's exactly what we meant by thwart not. The next one is supposed to be articulate. The behavior of public speaker that has been a pattern of being excellent in vocalizing things which convey people easily. So that is why it is being used by what? Those people in the position, in the public sector, those people who are running for a position. And also, of course, those people who are considered what? Motivational speakers. They are so articulate of which they can convey people. One of the profession of which being articulate is being used are the marketers, especially those who are working with insurance companies. They can easily convey people to purchase insurance, to be part of the organization. So he should be articulate, he should be eloquent, he should be expressive, and he should be fluent. So eloquent, expressive, fluent is being an articulate. The next one is glamorous. Glamorous is the characteristic of a person to be of fashion, of passion and fashion, with the right and accurate projection in dealing with people or a certain crowd for a purpose. Let's say General Assembly of a particular organization, inviting other people to be what? Member of the organization. Glamorous means exciting and splendid. Exactly what the teachers are doing. Catching the attention of the students. Also, of course, the motivational speakers as well. Being glamorous is projecting the appropriateness with conviction. And the last letter from the word stage. The aftersought characteristic of a public speaker in drawing people to listen and extract attention and involvement. Ebullient means cheerful, jolly, and enthusiastic. Never-ending energy can be observed and seen to the person delivering the message. So that is being ebullient. Okay, so for the stage management model, after this stage, we have this management. So what does it mean by management? As you can see, we have the AMNAGEMENT. So what the one that I have done is more on the stage. In relation to stage management model, I'll be discussing the management model. So what does it mean by management then? Magnanimous, authentic, nimble. Magnanimous means the quality of a public speaker to be known for his soft-hearted, yet worthy of being straightforward and principle-centered person. So the quality of a public speaker to be known for his soft-hearted, yet worthy of being straightforward. It is very difficult to be straightforward and yet soft-hearted. And principle-centered individual. They cannot be conveyed easily because what they have said, they mean it. That is being magnanimous. And the second one is, it is being noble or upright or even worthy. And for being authentic, the quality of a person for being known for his integrity in actions with all people, for the people, and to the people. It's being realistic, genuine, and trustworthy. Authentic means, the integrity means it's there. What you have said is what you are supposed to do. What you have promised is what you are to realize. That exactly of being authentic, being realistic, reality, your thoughtfulness, of being trustworthy, and you are supposed to be genuine. And the next one is nimble, and based from the third word in management. So behavior of a public speaker whose intention is to give enjoyment and happiness to the people as an image of worthy-free environment. So you are supposed to eliminate if there are problems from the audience. You are supposed to pave the way to be able to focus on what you are doing, on what you are delivering, on what you are sharing. So you are supposed to be lively and agile. Agile in the sense that you cannot just simply sit or just stand in one corner of the stage. You have to be moving from one end to the other for other people, especially the audience, to be rich. And that is exactly the definitions of nimble. So the next one, the next characteristics referring to, take note, I'm referring to management. From the word itself, man, age, and meant from the word mental. Take note of the word management. Management has derived from the three words. It is basically my own definition when I have written my book in operations management. Man, age, meant from the word mental. That is why I corrupted that. Three words, man, M-A-N. Man is what management is all about. Take note of that. So in referring to the public speaking, man is referring to the people, including yourself, the audience, including the organizers. So the characteristics referring to the age, Ablaze, Gratifying, and Earnest. So age has nothing to do with the public speaking. It has nothing to do with the number of years we exist, but it has something to do with the expertise. Three are referring to age, exposure, experience, and expertise. And this is the where we are exposed ourselves to what we are supposed to do. And once that we are already aware of what the things to perform, we are what? Generating or gaining experience. Talk to other people, to a simple group, to a small group. And once that you are doing, continuously doing what you are doing, you are becoming an expert. So again, age has nothing to do with the number of years we exist. It refers to the three most important A's: exposure, experience, and becoming an expert. Ablaze, gratifying, and earnest. What are these things? First, ablaze. The attitude of a public speaker that creates a driving force to make the audience or listeners to be attentive, interested, and eager to listen. Blazing, aflamed, alight, meaning you are making the lives of those who are attending your public speaking lively. Most probably because of the way you deliver the message. You should not be monotone. As what I've said, you are supposed to be moving from one end to the other end. For the people to keep alive, looking at you, the focus is in you, and also, of course, listening to what you are saying. The next one is gratifying. Gratifying is the quality of a public speaker that builds rapport with the audience or listener to engage into what he drives them to do. And it is supposed to be flattering and pleasing, enjoyable at the same time, in relation to the first, ablaze. Flattering, talking to the eyes of the people as if they are the most important people. And in reality, the audience are the most important people when you are delivering the message, because you are sharing something. Or else, no one will listen to you. Let's say, for example, you are delivering the message, the world is just begun. Do you think people will listen to you? Oh my goodness. You are not even touched their attention. You will never caught their attention. And the next one, from the word age, the behavior of public speaker that can be observed and felt by the listener. Again, in relation to Ablaze. Through the appropriateness of the words used and the way the words are being delivered. So tactfulness are also there. You are supposed to be serious, you are supposed to be sincere, and there should be strongness. Strong. And it must be strong in the word that you will be using, from the word that you will be using. Appropriateness of the words used in the way words are being delivered. So emphasize are also there. You should be emphasize things. And through your gesture, your facial expression, and also, of course, your voice. So characteristics. Again, from the last word, meant, from the word mental. The mental has something to do with the mind. The ideas, your concept, your theories. So it refers to what? The KSA, the knowledge, skills, and attitude. So look at these things. The characteristics are the following: majestic, elated, noble, and thankful. So what are these things? Majestic is the characteristic of a public speaker to project appropriately. That depends on the subject matter being delivered. He should be dignified and elegant and regal, etc. So I'm not saying I am majestic, but I am delivering with elegance, projection, and being regal. The appropriateness of your gesture, your outfit, which is appropriate to what you are supposed to deliver. The next one is elated. The behavior that should always be within a public speaker to make the audience poster wow attitude. And the manner that the speaker delivered the message. And there should be excitement there. And also the thrilling effect that the audience are getting into what you are delivering. Noble. The behavior of a public speaker to gain respect from the audience by way of showing different but appropriate gestures in relation to the focused content of the speech. You should be polite, you should be decent, and you should be honorable. Honorable in the sense that your projection act like catching the attention with respect. That's being noble. And the last letter from the word management, the quality of a public speaker to be always pay respect to the people in attending and participating actively in the occasion, whether it is intended in public or private event. You are supposed to be grateful, appreciative, and happy. Being thankful is being thoughtful. After that you have done your message, you have to be respectful. Pay attention to yourself. If I done something wrong, say it's sorry. If you have something good, well, the people will see it. And for the speech organization, we have the opening, the body, and the closing. Opening means introduce the theme of the talk and the points you are covering, which include importance, rationality, reasons, and focus. And also, of course, for the body, present your points and provide supporting sub-points. It means the focus of your speech that will enable the listener to be attentive and participative. And for the closing, recap your points and end with the main things you want the audience to remember. that include the main points in the introduction as well as the subpoints from the body of discussion. So for the speech delivery, you have the opening, during, and closing. For the opening, walk calmly with confidence to front. Establish an eye contact, smile naturally, and deliver the introduction. And for the body, during, effective eye contact must be established. Effective language must be used as part of the management. Effective gesture must be observed, and enthusiastic must be felt, and conversational style must be utilized. You are supposed to be tactful. Use notes as needed to keep your focus. And for the closing, the types of closing and the function, first, the closing must be the summary, quotation, personal reference, and also, of course, the challenge to the audience and offer vision of the future. We have the closing, anecdotal story, rhetorical question, quotation, humor, and for the functions of closing, summarize the page, reemphasize the main idea, motivate response, provide closure. So take away the practice and take you from this to this. And for that, I would like to say thank you very much for listening of today's talk on stage management. And that will be the end of my presentation. Again, I would like to say thank you very much to those who who registered and attended my presentation today. Take away, sir. Namaste.
Thank you so much, sir, for this motivational and very useful presentation, I must say. So, yeah, there are many claps from here from audience. So, thank you so much, all the participants as well who have joined us via Research Circle app and via YouTube Live as well. So, will this whole session will be available on our Research Circle YouTube channel, so that if you want to watch it again, you can do that, or you can share to your near and dears. And also, I would like to share a small information here, that you can just see on your screen. You can just subscribe to Research Circle Prime membership. Here are the benefits, and with the very less fees, you can find this useful. So for more details, you can search to Research Circle app. You will find the details there. So thank you so much, all the participants, once again, and please take care of yourself. Thank you so much. So I would like to conclude our session here with the due permission of today's speaker. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all. Namaste.
Namaste.